Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Here's an incident that happened a few years ago, but once again, it clearly showcases the type of perverted cowardice that has always symbolized police officers in America. Witnessed by the cameras, that they rightly hate so much, we've frequently seen them beating up seniors and handicapped. But today, here we have a 250-pound man beating up a skinny 16-year-old child. How about that blue line code of ethics? And it just leaves you with an undeniable perception that the apple is simply rotten from the core. And another two significant items that stand out in this video is how his attorney says the cop is a bigger man because he admits to severely beating a child. Now think about that for a moment. And this leads me to the second point of my overview. Check out how many officers will be escorting this yellow bacon to his transportation vehicle. Is it possible they are expecting the child's father to arrive and offer him to beat a man instead of a child? I'll leave you to ponder on this posse of cowards, which coincidentally reminds me of the Uvalde massacre and the disgusting incompetence and overwhelming fear displayed in that incident with that memorable wench of a cop screaming down the hallway. And the justice system fails again. Check it out.
This noontime, a former Woonsocket police officer who assaulted a teenager faces sentencing.
John Douglas is now admitted to beating up a teenage boy last year at the police station. It's our top local story at noontime. Eyewitness News reporter Sean Daly joins us now live with the latest with the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
A year in federal prison and 6 months of home confinement. That's the punishment for a retired Woonsocket police officer who admitted he brutally beat a teenage boy. 35-year-old former Woonsocket police officer John Douglas said nothing on his way into federal court for sentencing in an appalling crime. Federal prosecutors say that in September of 2009, John Douglas savagely beat and severely injured a 16-year-old boy in a Woonsocket police station stairwell after a violent arrest. John Douglas later resigned from the police force and admitted to the charge. Today, a federal judge sentenced him to serve 12 months and 1 day in prison and to serve another 6 months in home confinement. What's the message?
Well, the message is certainly that law enforcement, all of us in law enforcement, prosecutors, police officers, all have a duty to uphold. We need to uphold that duty, and when we don't uphold it, we're all going to be held to account.
He was confronted with a set of circumstances that every police officer confronts on a daily basis, and he cracked. That doesn't make him an evil person. It doesn't make him a bad person. It makes him a human being. And he stood up for it. He's admitted to it. And he's accepted his punishment.
A judge ordered John Douglas to report to prison on January 4th. Live at federal court with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Sean Daly, Eyewitness News.
In this day and age, qualified immunity remains one of the deadliest threats to U.S. citizens. There is no doubt, and as witnessed daily, that as long as police officers in our uncivilized nation are encouraged to murder without consequences, we can expect no improvements to our life expectancy. According to the United States National Academy of Sciences, and I quote, "Police in the United States kill far more people than do police in other advanced industrial democracies. To date, Colorado, New Mexico, and New York have repealed qualified immunity, and we remain hopeful that in the near future, serial killers with badges will be held accountable for the unreasonable execution of citizens." Furthermore, the Academy of Sciences additionally says, journalists have stepped into this void and initiated a series of systematic efforts to track police-involved killings. And I bid to you, my fellow citizens, that this rampage of certified murders must be stopped for the safety of our children, handicapped, and veterans. Please support the New Institute for Justice and their Americans Against Qualified Immunity campaign. Check them out at www.aaqi.com. You'll also find them on Facebook and Twitter. That's Americans Against Qualified Immunity. That's all for now, my brothers and sisters. Stay safe and always film the police.